Hello everyone and welcome back to hrnomad TV. Today is video number 4 of our customized video content. This week I have posted a poll on LinkedIn where you guys could vote about what kind of video content you want me to talk about. So it's the maximum of customization that I can give you for this week. And you voted the most about leadership, about agility, about org development and HR, and all the topic is, or one big problem is, how can you respond that in a specific time, like now in the crisis. So I already posted some other videos. If you're interested, then check that out. It's all on my channel. However, today I want to talk about leadership techniques in an agile way that you could also now use in this kind of remote time in a crisis. So I brought you something, a little pack. Yeah, that's my label. So however, a little surprise. Everybody loves a little surprise. So it's a little box, and I brought you this box and I want to introduce what's inside. And it's something that you could use as a leader in your teams. Now let's open what it's inside. I brought you some cards, some play cards. They look like this. It's called Delegation Cards. Maybe you've heard about that. Maybe you can see. And it's a poker serious game. This one I designed myself, and I'm using these in my teams and also in my workshops, etc., for my customers. However, nowadays they're also you can buy them some from other sources, and I've been introducing that to the HR Day in Berlin with other peer groups, with other HR experts. And from that state on, it was I think 2 years ago, not many people knew about it. So it's quite new, and now it's becoming more and more popular. That's why I want to introduce these things as well. And what is the delegation cards? It's a serious game. So it's something playful. You know, I like to play. I like to gamify things. You know, things can be fun. So how can you implement fun again, an easy way, back again to your teams, especially now after a tough time, after a crisis like now at Corona? Maybe it's easier to have some colors back, some easy way to bring back joy to your team as well. So the delegation cards is a set of many cards, and one set is consisting 7 different cards. So what is it about? It's about giving more empowerment to your team as a leader. So you've maybe heard about different leadership styles, and the more you want to become agile, you will need to delegate. That this means to give, not just to delegation does not mean to give your people only tasks they have to do, but to give responsibility. This is a big mistake, or maybe wrong understanding that many people have. They think, okay, I told them exactly what to do and I totally relied on that. They had full responsibility, but I delegated it. So, but this is not delegation. Delegation means they also have the full responsibility on what they do and how they do as well. So, this is a game where both sides can train this. As a leader, you can train to slowly delegate and get some confidence to give away also not just tasks but also responsibility. You slowly empower your team, and on the other side it's also a game where the teams can learn to take over responsibilities. Also for them it's something new, maybe they are not used to it from the past, to also decide what they should do, to become more, let's say, like an internal entrepreneur. And they also need to adjust slowly. And this kind of game is giving both of you the chance to train that. And what's the principle? The principle is you have 7 cards, as I said, and it means to shift from no delegation to full delegation. So it's like in a sequence. The first card means inform. Maybe you can see that. Inform. That means, and there's also a description every time, I decide and inform you. The perspective is always from you as a leader. So this means I tell you what to do. I inform you what you have to do. This is a full, let's say, you don't delegate anything. You're the boss. You're mastering. This is let's say the dominant style we know also from the past. And then there's slightly going into versions or steps where we go into more and more into delegation. So the second step would be justify. Justify. There's also description. I decide, but you justify my decision. But I justify my decision to you. Again, I decide, but it justify my decision to you. So I explain a little bit. I still decide as a leader, and still tell you what to do as a team, but I will justify. I will explain it. So you see, there's a little bit more involvement in the team. Then number 3 is consult. Number 3. So this means I will ask for your opinion and then make my decision. So you see there's a slight shift. You see, first it was just I'm deciding, you say nothing, and then these bars are going slowly in more balanced area, and later on it's going up this way. So that's the principle. So that means still, and you see that with the little sons here. You know, here it's just me. Here the relations is getting slower, and here it's more and more adjusting, you know, on who is deciding actually what to do. So this means still let's say the leader will have the last word, as we say in German, but I will ask for your opinion as a team first. So this is number 3. Then we have number 4. Agree. And the description is we will come together. We will come to a decision together. So you see also the little sons, they're having the same size. This means it's equally. The decisions are made equally. Okay. So we have recommend here. So now it's getting the opposite position. The little son with the glasses on, that's the leader, and the other one is the one of the team, represents the team. So decision power of the leader steps back and gives more power now slowly to the team. This is going to become more agile now. So you can see it here. Description means I will make recommendations, but you as a team will decide. So you see it's now getting more and more into the mindset that we need as agile teams. Then number 6, inquire. Now the empowerment of the team is getting much bigger. The leader influence is getting into the background. The description here, it says I will ask after you have decided. So the team is in lead, let's say, and they will decide on how they do things, how they want to continue, which kind of actions they want to do. But he will ask, the leader or she will ask later. So in relation. So then we have number 7. That's the last one. This is delegate. This is the last stage of delegation. So you see, it's just a team. There's no more leader, son next to it. So full delegation. This is, let's say, the original understanding of an agile, maximum mature team delegation. So you will decide on your own and need not to inform me as a leader. So this is basically what it means. And now, if you want to play it and learn it, you can make as such. Every time you have a team meeting, a weekly, a daily, whatever your situation is, and there's new sprints coming up, new decisions are to make. So you make a little backlog and say, okay, this is what we need to do, and the sprint is like this for this week, whatever. And then you have to decide as a team, together with your leader, maybe how to continue. Who's going to decide who is taking over responsibility in what kind of sense. So everybody of the team gets these 7 cards, and before you decide, you can make like a poker game and say, okay, please, this is the situation. You describe your situation. You want to decide in a team how to continue. And then you make everybody lay down 1 card on the table. In reality, let's say offline, you can put it on a label like open or not. It depends on your culture, how open you are actually. But you could also do that remotely. You force everybody to say, okay, now pick a card, put it there, and then at the same time you ask everybody to open and reveal. So, and everybody has to show the card he has picked, how the leader should respond to this situation. And you could say, okay, I would like to have number 5. I would like you, leader, to respond to that in this kind of sense. And now what happens is everybody in the team has a decision now, and we call it also in German Farbe bekennen. So everybody has to say something, and what happens is everybody has a voice, and you can now vote, and you see how people think, and you can agree or you can discuss or ask why maybe people chose this one. If there's a big difference to another person, maybe you have now the chance to open and discuss why the decision was made like this, or why one person thinks this should be done in a different way. So, and then you can agree together on one way that should be done or that should be followed up for this kind of case. So what happens is you slowly, as I said, empower your team as a leader. You slowly learn as a leader to delegate, and it also brings people, also the more silent, introverted people, more up, give it a voice as well. They are seen, they are being involved, and it's a playful game. You can make it fun. I know teams, they just make it very quickly. They make it bam, 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 bam. And it's really fun for them to play and then make it quick. And so it's a really fun play. And of course, you can adjust it to other things as well. And it gives a platform to talk to each other, especially now, if you people are working remote now, there's a tendency that you just focus on the job. But, there's like team communications or like relationship things or underlying conflicts or things are not maybe being said enough. So this gives the opportunity to talk about it, because this will reveal the differences, and you as a leader can see if they're all aligned, if they have the same kind of understanding, or if they are maybe having different views on things. So, and you can ask and say, okay, why would you pick this? Why would you pick that? You explain yourself, and there's a chance to discuss it till you find a common agreement. So communication, it enhances your team communication, and you discuss also about bottlenecks, and nothing else can go under the surface. This is why I like this very much, and of course you can play it online or offline. I like some stuff like this also offline sometimes, especially now when we're forced to be online all the time. So it gives it a little difference, it gives it a little alternative. So this is the tip for today. And by the way, One client said to me they even used it in private life, in their family decisions with kids and stuff, because there always was a discussion, and some people said, no, I don't want to get involved. And now he said it was even applicable, or he was even applying it in private life for let's say the family decisions on a daily basis. So this is it. These are the cards, delegation cards. If you want to get them, of course, you can get them on my website. There's a little shop. You'll find them here, the link here. Otherwise, of course, you can buy it also somewhere else. Now, that's my tip of today. Maybe this is something for you, how to agilize your leadership and slowly get empowerment to your team. So have a good one. Bye bye. See you next time.